Sean wants to move out. He's got the same desires any other 22-year-old young man would have. He's ever since he was 18 actually. He's wanted to move out. He wants to be independent. He doesn't want, his parents telling him what to do.
I'd have to take a deep breath, but I could see him moving out.
She talks about lately being independent and wanting to live on her own.
He wants independence, but he also knows that it's comfortable living with mom and dad.
Yes, yes.
Which is probably a whole lot of other 25-year-olds feel that way.
She seems very comfortable with
Yes.
the life she has right now.
Yes. But I like that she's talking about being
I agree.
independent.
He wants to live on his own in a condo, but he's not thinking anything through.
Sean wants to live in a house by himself. He definitely has ideas of wanting to have something much more expensive than his budget, and even my budget allows.
If you decide you want a condo, you'll have to get a job, and you would have to stop going to school and probably put your music on hold.
Meg definitely wants to move out. I don't think she's ready to move out. I think she's realizing she's not ready to move out.
So he took a moment to think about it. And well, maybe I'm not quite ready yet.
It's like I'm not in a hurry for her to leave because I guess I focus so much of my life around her success.
But I will be a little nervous, and it depends on how far he is from me, that I can get to him whenever I need to, because I think he still will need some type of supervision.
Elena went to Pathway maybe 5 years ago. The freedom, she liked it, but the freedom doesn't come with duty with her.
Yes, I think we'd be over there. I think we'd kind of have to be in the early days a lot. And then every time Rachel would need to go somewhere, basically we'd be picking her up and taking her places instead of just taking her places.
Sure. I'd want him to be close enough that I can kind of monitor what he did. But it'll be scary because there's a lot of crazy people out there.
While Sean wants to be independent and doesn't want to live with us, he's also afraid to be alone at night. With his hearing impairment, somebody could come in and take over the place. He wouldn't even hear they were there.
I'm still not comfortable with her riding on public transportation.
She had an unpleasant experience at a bus stop with a guy who was bugging her a bit. So I know she's nervous about doing that.
I know his judgment isn't great, and he could easily get himself into situations that are going to go south and not going to be good. But we have a tracking app on his phone so we can see where he is at all times.
To be under mom and dad at 29 and wanting to get out on your own, it's really hard.
But my husband thought this is very important, that she should be out of the house.
So if he makes up his mind that he really wants to move and he wants to get out, then I would try and work with him. It would be hard, but I think I could do it.
I do want her to be independent, but I don't want her to move out prematurely.
But you have to have faith, and you have to let him fly.
We're trying to encourage him and Stephen to be roommates for just a month. We're going to try it for a month and see how it works out. And Sean's idea of a roommate is there's a person in the bed next to me, like 2 beds in one room. That's a roommate in his mind. And so for him to see, he'll have his own bathroom, his own bedroom, that'll be good.
Thinking about her living on her own, I know that it's going to be very hard for me getting to the point that Rachel will tell me not to come anymore, because I'll probably be coming so much to make sure she's okay.
Realistically, there will be failures. I know that there'll be failures, but they can't be the big ones. They can't be the safety issues. Megan and I need to make sure that we both feel comfortable and confident with her moving out and me living in the driveway.
Okay, so check your list a little bit more. So Steven's very organized and he likes to make lists.
Same with the griddle. Everything else is in pack. Work essentials. Shoes are in there. Everything else is in pack.
And this is the list that he made when he and Sean were getting ready to move in together of the things that he needed to take.
DVDs in that box.
So Stephen even has what lists he needs to take with him on his list.
Liners and backpack, that's there, yeah. So that's pretty much it.
All right, what do you think, Dad? You excited?
Oh, yeah.
No, Dad, let me hear you do a soundnet.
Yahoo!
It's probably about as much emotion as we're getting out of Dad, Sean. I think you and Steven are gonna have fun.
Right.
And you should go exploring and check out the neighborhood and the stores and the places you could go. Because you're near a shopping center, movie theaters, and restaurants, but
Boy, Allie,
what's your budget for the week?
that doesn't matter.
Well, it matters, because you can't go over budget, then you run out of money. So what's your budget?
I told you 50.
50 bucks.
And Mom,
Yes, Sean.
we're not too big of this house.
I think it's gonna really set your expectations way too high for reality when you move into your apartment.
Right.
But the cool thing is if you decide you want a roommate, you can get a bigger apartment.
And Mom, do you miss me?
I don't miss you yet, no.
He might be.
I might miss you in about a week. I'm on vacation. I'm going on Sean vacation. How did I feel dropping Sean off? Party!
Okay, this is our first dinner without Steven. You can see one pork chop left over because the package comes with 3, which was perfect for us.
Did you want to go party or did you miss him?
No. Party, yes. Missing, no.
It's just Claudia and I. We'll have to fight over the last pork chop.
It's not like he went to Mars, he just went to Irvine.
Oh, well, I guess the biggest change is when I get up in the morning, I get myself ready, and I can walk out the door without having to make sure Sean is awake and dressed and everything else. Kind of, because I'm still getting calls from the supported living staff or from the job coach telling me that he isn't up and they're working on the other end, and I'm having to call him and do some different things to motivate him to get his bum out of bed. Sean's been at his house in Irvine for 2 days now. I'm gonna pick him up tonight to take him to his acting class, so this will be the first time I've seen him since he's moved in. Yes, I am micromanaging him still. So I called this morning and talked to him and his job coach, and his job coach was there and Sean was almost ready to go. So that was good. So today went much better, I think, on the waking up part.
It's quiet here at our house. On his days off, Steven's routine is to make pancakes in the morning, and he does that really early in the morning, like 6 a.m. And this morning, it's all quiet.
I do kind of miss him. Well, okay, I miss him. I miss him a lot. And, you know, it's kind of like looking around going, what do I do with myself? Because pretty much everything revolves around Sean.
You know, there was a time last week where I felt real emotional. You know, that made me feel like I wasn't needed. And when you've been there for your child, helping them with lots and lots of things for 25 years, then it's kind of like a little slap in the face sting that they don't need you anymore. And you're like, oh, what's my role now? What am I supposed to be doing?
I'll get used to it for sure. But it's not as much of a vacation as I thought / hoped it would be, just because I'm constantly thinking of him and what he's supposed to be doing and is he doing it.
You know, I know that this is good for him and that we'll still be a part of his life, if not on an hourly basis. I'm headed over to drop off some things that he needs, and you know, I think that's the way it is with parenting, whether it's a child with special needs or not. Parents are needed for advice or for help with things, and the challenge is finding the right balance.
You can make your life anything you want.
I just want to feel love.
I'm here, I'm alive, I'm human. We have to stick together.